Geometry, Chapter 9, Section 6. We're going to be solving triangles. Solving right triangles, excuse me. And so what they are looking for is they're going to give you certain pieces of the triangle. They're going to ask you to find the remaining pieces. So let me draw a quick triangle, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so go ahead and hit pause, and go ahead and get that copied down, and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, so the first things we have to understand is what are we solving for? We are missing side AC. I don't know where it's going to let me. Really upset with this, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm looking to find AC, which I don't know. And I also don't know angle A. And I also don't know angle C. So we're going to use everything that we know to find those. We're going to start off with AC, and we are going to find AC by using the Pythagorean theorem. So we have 2 squared plus 3 squared. So that's going to be 4 plus 9. So 13 equals C squared. Then we're going to take the square root of both sides, and C equals radical 13. Okay, so now the greatest thing about this is I only have to find one angle, and then I can subtract from 90 and find the other one. So I'm going to start with angle A. I'm going to find angle A right there. Right there. Okay, so I look at the relationship of what I know. I have an opposite, I have a hypotenuse, and I have an adjacent, so I can use all of them. I'm going to go ahead and use the 2 and the 3 just because I like using the division of whole numbers instead of the radical. So from angle A, I have an opposite of 2 and an adjacent of 3. So remembering from the other lesson, we have so, ka, and toa. And opposite and adjacent is going to be tangent. So I'm going to find the tangent of A is going to equal opposite over adjacent, so that's going to be 2 over 3. And so when my calculator fell down here. So when I do that division, my tangent of A okay, I'm going to get 0.666 repeating. And so remember, I'm going to hit my blue button, my second, oh, I say blue, my calculator's blue. I'm going to hit my second button, and then tangent, and then the second, and my minus button that has the answer. And that tells me that it is approximately 33.7 degrees. Okay, so C is radical 13. Angle A is approximately, 33.7. And then I'm going to take 90 and subtract 33.7. And that's going to give me angle, which angle was it? It was angle C. So angle C is approximately 56 3/10. Okay, so now we have, now we've been given one side, And we're going to need to find AB. We're going to need to find BC. And we're going to need to find angle C. Obviously, angle C is the easiest one to find right now. All I do is take 90 minus 25 and get my 65 degrees. Okay, and so now I need to use my sine, cosine, and tangent to be able to find those missing sides. So let's say I want to make this x, and I'm going to make this y. Okay, and so we're going to find those two things by using our sine, cosine, tangent. So let's start with angle A. We know it's 25. Let's find BC first. So we have opposite and we have hypotenuse. So we have, remember our SOHCAHTOA. And so that's opposite over hypotenuse. That's going to be sine of 25 equals x over 13. And so if I take the sine of 25, again, just hit your sine button, and then multiply that times 13. And that's going to be approximately 5.5. And so BC is approximately 5.5. Now we could do, at this point, we could do a squared plus b squared equals c squared, but I'm going to go ahead and use sine, cosine, tangent to do it. So to find y is adjacent to 25. Oh, again, I could put that 65 in there. Y is adjacent, and I'm just going to use the adjacent over the hypotenuse. And so that's going to be cosine. So cosine of 25 is going to equal y over 13. And so cosine of 25 times 13, and that ends up, cosine of 25 times 13, and that gives me approximately 11.8. Okay. Let me move that one out of the way a little bit there and make that look a little bit better. Okay, so we have solved all the missing pieces.